What would you do if someone you love became a burden in your life? This story will make you think deeply about love, respect, and humanity. A long time ago, there was a farmer. His hands were hard and rough because of years of work in the fields. He planted seeds, harvested crops, and cared for his land every day. He loved his work very much. From a young age, he taught his son everything he knew. He showed him the best time to plant, how to read the rain, and how to wait patiently for the crops to grow. The boy loved his father very much. He watched every step his father took and tried to do everything just like him. He learned to love the land and the work as much as his father did. But time is unstoppable. Year by year, it took away the farmer's strength. The hands that once worked hard became weak. The bright eyes that guided the farm slowly lost their shine. The farmer grew old and bent. He spent his days sitting on the porch, looking at the horizon where the sun slowly disappeared. Each sunset was another day of his life ending. Meanwhile, the boy, who once had bright, happy eyes full of admiration, had grown into a man. But life and hard work had made him hard and impatient. He learned the lessons his father taught him, but he did not enjoy them. Where his father saw wisdom, he saw slowness. Where his father saw patience, he saw weakness. Slowly, a coldness and bitterness grew in his heart. Every time he saw his father sitting quietly, he did not feel love or gratitude. He felt that his father was a burden. One evening, when the wind was cold and winter was coming, he looked at the old man and thought, "He is useless now. He is a burden." At that moment, a storm of cruelty and anger was born inside him. The son's impatience grew every day. He remembered how as a child his father had seemed like a giant, always strong and full of life. But now he only saw a weak old man, his mind filled with cruel thoughts. Finally, one day he made a terrible decision. With hands shaking from anger and determination, he built a wooden coffin. Each hammer strike echoed his inner struggle and despair. When it was finished, he dragged it to the porch where his father rested. Without saying a word, he pointed to the coffin. The old farmer, with eyes full of life experience, entered the coffin without complaining. The son closed the lid and began to drag it toward the cliff. With every step, his heart beat faster. The wind howled like a sad song, and memories started to flood his mind. He remembered the first time he held a plow guided by his father. He remembered the proud smile on his father's face when he harvested his first corn. He remembered the cold nights when his father covered him with an old blanket. He remembered the scraped knees, the tears, and the words of comfort. "Don't worry, my child. You are strong. You will be fine." He was about to push the coffin when he heard a small sound. The lid moved slightly, curious and afraid. He opened it. His father was inside, calm, lying peacefully like after a long day of work. The old man looked at his son and said, "I know what you are going to do. But before you act, let me give you some advice." "What advice?" asked the son, his heart heavy. The father replied calmly, "Go ahead, push me off if you want, but keep this coffin. One day your children may need it for you." These words hit the son like thunder. He stopped immediately. For the first time, he truly saw his father. He saw the man who had taught him everything. How to plant, how to harvest, how to love the land and life. He saw the man who had carried the weight of the family on his shoulders. The father continued in a quiet, timeless voice, "You have seen life in its fullness. But people are judged by how they treat those who cannot give them anything. How you treat someone you consider useless shows your true character. Respect them as much as you respect those who are useful." The son fell to his knees. Tears ran down his face. He hugged his father and asked for forgiveness. This story is not just about a father and son. It is about all of us, about humanity and the dignity we owe each other. It teaches us that value of a person is not in what they can do for you, but in the love, respect, and humanity they deserve. Share this story. Spread love, respect, and empathy.